Hi, I'm Millner. I'm a nutritional specialist and I'm an independent Ludaxx distributor, and I'm here today to talk about the product F21. What got me excited about F21 is to have a whole food-based product from natural plant sources that is able to inhibit sugar from being absorbed in the body, which can become dangerous fat, and it will also act as what is known as a prebiotic to feed friendly bacteria. When you're chewing the F21 pills before you consume food, it is able, a little bit of general science, we have a sugar molecule. If we can inhibit that molecule from being split, then we can take that molecule and now have it end up in the gastrointestinal tract or the GI tract or digestion, and there that molecule can now act as a friendly food for bacteria or a prebiotic. What would happen as we consume sugar? The body's natural process is we have to digest that sugar, and when we use F21, we will inhibit the molecule, or excuse me, the enzyme. We will inhibit the enzyme sucrase from being called upon by the body to digest the sugar. And what that looks like is now we take the sugar molecule, as I mentioned before, and do not allow it to be split, and it would split into glucose and fructose. So this now whole sugar molecule becomes insoluble fiber and again delivered into the digestive area, the gastrointestinal tract, and again become a prebiotic. The risk that we're causing is a twofold action when this sugar is consumed and coming into our body system, our metabolic system. Most people, when that sugar molecule splits, glucose typically gets stored as body fat just about immediately. Fructose gets sent to the liver to be digested, where it can start to cause all types of visceral, in other words dangerous fat, where we start building up lots of fatty tissue in our organs, and this is definitely cause for concern, and hence we can look at the population and the percentage of the population that is unfortunately experiencing this today. In this instance, L-arabinose is in fact a sugar, but the way this sugar reacts in the body is it inhibits other sugars, sucrose, from being absorbed. And so L-arabinose has a stronger affinity to attach itself to the sugar molecule than the enzyme sucrase. And we're talking about another form of plant material here. So it is actually food. You're eating food, but it's coming in a pill form. And with this being done, this affinity again attaches itself to the sugar molecule because it has a stronger attraction, again allowing it to be delivered to the GI tract. How I like to use the product is again in a twofold action. One, if we know we're going to treat ourselves to something we like chocolate cake or ice cream or something along those lines, we would give our best guess to about how many grams of sugar we're going to be consuming. Now, one Ludaxx pill can inhibit about 10 grams of sugar from being absorbed. So if you're going to have 40 grams of sugar, take 4 pills. That would be one way. The second way I would like to see people using Ludaxx on a regular basis is just take 2 pills before each meal, and it comes in a monthly supply. So basically we'd want to stretch out that supply for the month and be taking, relatively speaking, 4 or 5 pills a day. Again, back to the treat, however, if we know we're going to be eating a treat, take enough Ludaxx, take enough F21 accordingly, and that would inhibit whatever guess amount grams of sugar you're going to be consuming at that time. And what happens with that action of suppressing that appetite, that hunger, if you will, for sugar, and as less sugar is being inhibited through absorption, through our daily intake of food, this allows our systems to literally start burning more stored body fat for fuel. When we can have this action take place, we start burning more fat for fuel on a regular basis, and less body fat is now being stored from sugar, and we're literally switching the energy cycles that our systems are used to running off of. So we are creating a system of incredibly efficient burning fat for fuel rather than an inferior system of a quick fix of sugar that we're used to getting and then dropping us off rather quickly because sugar is not a long-term fuel source. And we've now started or in the process of switching our systems to burning fat for fuel on a regular basis. The challenge with other sugar blockers that are currently on the market is, unfortunately, they usually contain doses of chromium or some derivative of some type of heavy metal, usually chromium, and these are trace elements. We need such a micro amount. If we're putting these elements into our system on a regular basis on anything more than a trace amount, we are talking about a very dangerous situation of toxicity poisoning, and that's a slow poisoning, or maybe not so slow, that is highly detrimental and dangerous. Now enter in something of a whole food nature, and whole food literally just means that. F21 and L-arabinose are derived from food. They are clinically food, just in a pill form. There's zero side effects, zero negative side effects with any whole food product. My comfort level with Ludaxx is one of such that the owners of the company, who I've been privileged to meet with many times now, are coming from a foundation of a much more humanitarian-based product. And everyone who starts a company, of course, wants their company to be successful, but the driving force behind their success is the more people that we assist to get healthy, then the more good we're going to shift in the population. And the population is in trouble right now. They're not getting answers to the challenges that they're having in the American diet. And the American diet, unfortunately, is breeding a pretty large state at this time of dis-ease. And when we look at these challenges in society, high blood pressure, heart disease, obesity, and such, and we're not getting the answers quick enough. So this product comes in to address a huge percentage of the population that very well are not getting answers to their challenges, and this product is here to very much assist those challenges. I don't know of any comparisons to date that even come close to this. The science behind this has taken years and years to get perfected to its current state, and for it not to be synthesized and to come from a whole food product. So no, I have not seen anything even close to this in the marketplace today. It's one of those rare things in society when somebody very smart has put their time and effort into creating something that they had an absolute passion for, and at this point in time, F21 is the result of that passion. The quickest way, if you don't know anybody who is a direct Ludaxx distributor, like myself, you would go ahead and call Ludaxx, and we could get you that information, and they would essentially hook you up with one of their independent distributors who would ever be closest in whatever area that you would happen to be in, and then that distributor would help start the education process of the product itself and how to use the product on a regular basis. Website would just be ludaxx.com, and that is LUDAXX.com, and there will be plenty of information on the site, different tabs on the site to click onto to get yourself informed that way as well. Thank you for your time.